Welcome to Chicago Kent's introductory video about finding and using legal forms. First, we must begin with a question. What are legal forms? When we talk about forms in a legal sense, we are referring to drafting tools that allow attorneys to draft a full range of legal documents. Thus, a legal form is a sample legal document. In this regard, forms can be transactional in nature, such as a real estate contract or a partnership agreement. Or forms can be litigation-oriented, such as a motion to dismiss, or a production request to be served on an opposing party during discovery. While many legal forms have the appearance of a document requiring certain blanks to be filled, it should be remembered that these should not be used in a simple fill-in-the-blank manner. Instead, each form should be scrutinized to make sure that it conforms to the law of the relevant jurisdiction and the facts of the specific case at hand. Forms can be found in many places. There are encyclopedic sets of forms, usually either litigation-based or transactional in nature. Many treatises on a particular subject, such as mergers and acquisitions, also contain sample forms. Finally, specific forms might also be mandated for use in a particular court. For instance, the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has an online set of forms that they require to be used for certain particular documents. Let's take a look at some sample problems in finding forms and how we might go about looking for them. In our first scenario, a partner is asking an associate to draft a limited liability partnership, or LLP, agreement.
Good morning. I just got off the phone with a client who wants to set up a limited liability partnership.
I see. Having just completed law school, I can assure you that I know what those are.
Excellent. Now, I will need you to draft a basic LLP agreement by the end of the day.
Right. I will just go ahead and start drafting. I'll probably just start my drafting from scratch.
Yes, you could certainly do that. On the other hand, you could just use a form, save yourself a lot of time, and probably not get fired.
A form sounds great. I'll probably just use a form.
Good choice. So, to do that you'll just head to the...
Well, of all of the places to find forms, all of which I of course know, for something like this I would probably head to forum.com?
Absolutely not. If it were me, I would first look at an ICL. You know what an ICL is, right?
Of course. I love those little guys.
Ugh. Go ask one of your colleagues who went to Chicago Kent for help.
From the library's website, we can navigate to this online collection, known as ICL Smartbooks, and conduct a search for a sample LLP agreement. By searching for the exact phrase, limited liability partnership, and checking the box indicating that we are only interested in ICLs that contain forms available for download, you'll see that the fourth result in our list is a sample LLP agreement. Clicking on the link takes you to the text of the agreement. It will also give you a link to download the agreement as a Word document, allowing you to edit and save it. In our next scenario, the associate is asked to draft a set of interrogatories to be propounded upon a defendant doctor in an Illinois medical malpractice case.
You did a great job with that LLP agreement. Now I have another assignment for you. I need you to draft a set of interrogatories to be propounded upon the defendant doctor in Illinois.
Nice. Interrogatories are my specialty. I know there are some great forms on Westlaw Next that would be perfect for this.
Did one of your colleagues who went to Chicago Kent tell you to say that?
No. Yes.
Here we can use Westlaw Next's Form Finder feature. By selecting Forms from the main menu and then Illinois, we can run a search for medical malpractice interrogatories. This search will generate far too many hits, however, over 7,800. Using the narrowing feature on Westlaw Next, we can first limit it to Illinois. It wasn't strictly limited to Illinois, even though we initially selected Illinois, because Westlaw assigns all jurisdiction generic forms to each jurisdiction. While this still leaves over 900 results, many of the top few are explicitly relevant. Finally, there are a few places outside of commercial databases where one can find forms. First, already mentioned, is the court in which the matter is pending. In some instances, the court may mandate the use of a particular form for a particular document. A second is a brief bank, which in the olden days might have simply been a filing cabinet full of previously drafted motions, contracts, or other documents generated by the firm's or office's practice. Today, this might consist of searching across the office's knowledge management system for, say, a motion for summary judgment filed in another client matter with facts similar to your own. These are a few strategies for locating legal forms. Please remember, however, not to simply fill in the blank, and feel free to contact the reference librarians at Chicago Kent if you have any further questions. To assist you with your research, the librarians at Chicago Kent have created an online reference guide containing helpful links for finding forms. You can access this guide from the library's homepage or at libraryguides.kentlaw.edu/find forms. Thank you, and have a nice day.